Welcome to the Humanergy Leadership Podcast. My name is David Wheatley. We're here to talk leadership in small, bite-sized and practical chunks. Enjoy. I've been having a number of conversations with folks recently who are really good problem solvers, but are now in positions where their job is not to solve problems, it's to create an environment of problem solvers. And the problem that they have is they come to a problem or they're faced with a problem and they very quickly identify a solution and share that solution so that everybody around them becomes dependent on them for the solutions. They go to them for every answer. And that doesn't help them develop this critical thinking within their workplace. So one of the things I'm trying to get people to think about is to show your work. And I don't know if you remember way back when you were in math class at school, when you were doing more complicated mathematics, that the teacher would say, show me your work. Don't just show me the answer, because the answer may be wrong, but a lot of your work might be right. And so I want to be able to see your work, see what your thought process is, what your thinking is. And so I do the same with these problem solvers, is show your work. Even if you've got to a solution in a nanosecond that you think you've got a great solution, wind all the way back and think about what was the question you asked yourself first? Because the odds are inside your head, you went through a series of questions. It was probably, well, what's the real problem that we're dealing with here? It was then probably followed up with something like, well, what's causing that? Then you went through the motions of saying, well, if that's causing it, then what are some of our options to move forward? And how do we prevent this from happening again in the long term? And you go through all of that really quickly and you get to this problem. But if we know that and we know those questions, then we can use that work with our people. And so even though we might have quickly come to that answer, if I go back to those questions and show my work and ask the questions rather than give the answer, then two things can happen. One is people see my thinking process and learn from it. They learn the questions to ask, but then maybe they have a better solution than you did. And whether they do or they don't, they're going to own it rather than just become dependent on you. And you're creating critical thinkers. So as you're going out and about and people are asking you for answers, just think about how you can show them your work first before you give them the answer, and help bring them along so that they become as good a critical thinkers as you do. That was the Humanergy Leadership Podcast. My name's David Wheatley. For further information about Humanergy, go to humanergy.com or check out our latest book, What Great Teams Do Great, from all good bookstores. Have a good one. Stay healthy.